The Russians definitely influenced our presidential election. I have the proof, and I'm going to share it with you. Hey, thanks for watching. So today I'm going to be talking about this newly discovered information about how Russians influenced our last election. Here's the headline from NBC News. Twitter deleted 200,000 Russian troll tweets. Read them here. Twitter doesn't make it easy to track Russian propaganda efforts. This database can help. So this was put together by NBC News, and they want to share this information with us. I'll read a little further. NBC News is publishing its database of more than 200,000 tweets that Twitter has tied to malicious activity from Russian-linked accounts during the 2016 U.S. presidential election. So we've been hearing over and over again how Russians used Twitter to influence Americans in their decision on who they were going to vote for president. And NBC News wants to share that information with us. Let's read further. These accounts, working in concert as part of large networks, pushed hundreds of thousands of inflammatory tweets from fictitious tales of Democrats practicing witchcraft to hardline posts from users masquerading as Black Lives Matter activists. Investigators have traced the accounts to a Kremlin-linked propaganda outfit founded in 2013 known as the Internet Research Association, IRA. The organization has been assessed by the U.S. intelligence community to be part of a Russian state-run effort to influence the outcome of the 2016 U.S. presidential race, and they're not done. Well, that is exciting. I can't believe we're going to actually get to see all these influential tweets and how they tricked us all. I'll read a little bit further. There should be no doubt that Russia perceives its past efforts as successful and views the 2018 U.S. midterm elections as a potential target for Russian influence operations, Director of National Intelligence Dan Coats told the Senate Intelligence Committee Tuesday. Wow, this is incredible. The fact that they have busted them and they are letting us see these tweets. Now, I can't go over every single tweet of these 200,000. And so what I've chosen to do is take a random sampling of 10 tweets, and we'll look at each one and how influential that was. You're going to want to hold on to see this because this is incredible. Okay, so what I'm going to do to get a random sampling is I've gone to random.org. This is a random number generator. And I'm going to generate a random number between 1 and 200,000. And that should, and I'll do that 10 times. And that should give us a nice sampling of these tweets. And we can look at each one and see what kind of influence that it had over the election. Now remember, these tweets they're telling us are very influential. And we're going to take a random sampling and look at each one. Okay, so I'll do 10 random numbers right now between 1 and 200,000. 18,287. 140,789. 121,303. 41,827. 86,914. 107,945. 9,285. 142,157. 77,382. 152,426. Okay, I think that's 10. I tried. And next, I'll pull up each of those tweets and we'll review them. All right, I'm back, and this time I brought my coffee. Okay, so I have taken those 10 random numbers between 1 and 200,000, and I accessed the database published by NBC News, and I pulled the individual tweets, that are totally influencing Americans in the last election. And what I've done is I've recreated some graphics. They were in a spreadsheet, and they were garbled with a lot of stuff. So I made them pretty and put them on a graphic to make them look like tweets. So let's look at these 10 random tweets from this entire list of terrible, influential Russian tweets. Okay, here's tweet number 1 from Billy Moyer, and he tweets, "Bang bang, hashtag guns for New York." Yeah, that's it. That's the terrible Russian influence on our election. Okay, well, maybe that was, random. Let's look at tweet number 2. This is from March for Trump, so this should be good. At Wayne Dupree Show, 5 to 6 voting machines in Ohio County switch Republican to Democratic votes. And here's a link. Hashtag MyVote2016, hashtag ElectionD, which I think is Election Day. I looked up this link. It's no longer working, but it looks like it was a link to a story about how there could have been a couple machines that weren't working right. Yeah, that would totally get me to switch my vote. So let's look at all this other influential stuff here. Random tweet number 3. This is from Hydrox at Mitchell VII. Is this something? We'll see. White House Deputy Chief of Staff and Never Trumper, sources of leaks. And there is a link here to the article, and I've pulled up the article. It's a Gateway Pundit article, report, White House Deputy of Chief, and hashtag Never Trumper, source of leaks. Okay, so someone is linked to an article online. I'm totally sold. Forget Hillary. I'm all for Trump now. Let's look at tweet number 4. This is from Javon Hidp at Blicker. Seth Meyers rips Mike Pence's alternative universe where Trump isn't an unhinged man-child. That's right. This totally influential tweet changed the outcome of our election. Seth Meyers said something mean about Mike Pence. So everyone should now vote for Mike Pence. Yeah, it makes total sense to me. And here's the 5th random tweet. This is from the Founding Sun. Dusseldorf, Syrian refugee turns out to be war criminal participating in the mass execution of some prisoners. And there's a link to the story. Let's see what the story is. It's from Welt. German publication. Al Syrien gefasst? Well, let's look at a translation of this highly influential story here, shall we? It is from their politics website, alleged war criminal from Syria caught. Okay, and it's the story of a war criminal in Syria that was caught. Okay, well, yeah, that got me to change my vote. So here's random tweet number 6. This is from Lazy K. Stafford. I brought you pizza. Hashtag show your love in 4 words. So one thing that Twitter does is they may have a hashtag of the day to get people to interact. And today it was hashtag show your love in 4 words. So people would put that hashtag and then they would show how they would love in 4 words. And here Lazy K. Stafford said, I brought you pizza. Well, damn it, I'm not voting for Hillary now. Lazy K. Stafford said she'd bring me pizza. This is insane. This is an example from the database of these supposed totally influential tweets that changed the outcome of our election. This is insanity. Let's look at random tweet number 7. This is from Logan What's Up at Huffington Post. 16 and president. HuffPost spends a day on the trail with Rick Perry. And guess what it's a link to? It's a link to a Huffington Post story about being on the campaign trail with candidate Rick Perry. Yes. These Russians totally are controlling everything, sharing a Huffington Post article like that. Oh, geez. All right. 3 more. This is a random tweet number 8 from Pamela Moore, 13. Lifelong Democrat and Hillary supporter, Senator McCaskill says she won't let her daughter anywhere near Bill Clinton. And there is a link to an article. The article is a political article about how McCaskill and Clinton are not besties. And this references when McCaskill was on Meet the Press years ago, and she said that she wouldn't let her daughter anywhere near Bill Clinton. So therefore, yeah, none of us will vote for Clinton. Makes sense? This is random tweet number 9 from Jude Lambert, USA. Hashtag halt and catch fire. Hashtag Donna Clark. Software comes. Hashtag TV quotes. Hashtag quote. Hashtag quotes. Hashtag Carrie Bechet. Hashtag TV show. That's right. This is a tweet about the TV show Halt and Catch Fire, and it makes reference to Carrie Bechet, who is a character on there, and a quote that she said on the show. Yes, this tweet is among the evidence that the Russians totally are mind-controlling Americans with their crazy tweets. This is unbelievable. So this is the last of the 10 random tweets. This is from Donna Brevera at Alaskan Texan QTC. DNC tricks in Philly be damned. We getting lots of people to the polls for Trump. Hashtag blacks for Trump. Hashtag election day. Get. Well, at least this quote has something to do with the election. It was actually on election day, and someone was tweeting that they're going to go vote for Trump. Well, that won me over. I'm glad that I saw this tweet before I voted, because it totally changed my mind. See, that's the thing. I saw this article. It said, here are all the tweets. I picked 10 random tweets. I went through each of them. I gave them to you. You don't have to take my word for it. I will leave a link in the description. You can choose your own 10 random tweets. And I challenge you to find something in here that changed people's opinions. It didn't happen. Going back to this NBC News article, it says, NBC News has already used the data to expose how Russian accounts impersonated everyday Americans and drew hundreds of millions of followers, exploiting terrorist attacks, the debates, and other breaking news events. Our investigators revealed how the accounts pushed a graphic, racist, and conspiracy theory-filled disinformation, while flattering, arguing, and cajoling more than 40 U.S. politicians, media figures, and celebrities into interacting with and amplifying their propaganda. The propaganda is this nonsense that the Russians somehow had any influence on our election. And this is how the NBC story ends. It says, despite Twitter's pledges to crack down, Russian trolls and bots are still exploiting the social media platform to interfere with elections, including our midterms. To help shine a light on this persistent threat to our democracy, NBC News is open sourcing its data. Well, I would like to thank NBC News for open sourcing this data. I've looked at this data. I picked 10 random tweets from this data, and none of them have anything to do with what you're saying. None of them. And I challenge anyone that sees this video, you can go do this for yourself. See if you can find anything of what they're talking about, because I don't see it. It really is amazing. The corporate media thinks that we are idiots. Well, a lot of us are idiots. I'm probably an idiot sometimes too. But NBC News asked me to check this out, and I did. And guess what? It's a bunch of crap. And so is this whole Russia conspiracy theory. That's what it is. It's a conspiracy theory. There's no evidence. You've presented the evidence, and there's nothing there. Nothing. But that's just one idiot's take on it. You know. Let me know what you think. I'm really looking forward to reading your comments. Peace. You can help me reach my goal of 500 subscribers by clicking the like button and subscribing. Thanks.